Kevin's problem is that Kevin ended up getting with this girl. She made herself very available to him. She was very disrespectful to me.
We all know Wendy Williams as the Queen of Shade, and according to online chatter, she couldn't resist making a sly comment after hearing rumors that her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, was allegedly dumped by his longtime mistress, Sharina Hudson. Word is, this may be the first tea she plans to spill as part of her highly anticipated comeback. Recently, Wendy has been spotted out in public with her son, and fans can't help but notice that she looks brighter and healthier than she has in years. It seems that time away from the chaos of her marriage, combined with strong family support, has done her well. Sources close to her claim she's gearing up to reclaim her place on daytime television, and if the whispers are true, she may kick off her return with a pointed moment of humiliation directed at Kevin and Sharina.
People fall in love and out of love every day, for whatever reason.
Now that the alleged affair between Kevin Hunter and Sharina Hudson is reportedly over, Wendy Williams no longer feels the need to stay quiet. For years, she was aware of the situation, and ever since the divorce, she has repeatedly hinted at wanting to expose what she saw as Sharina's true colors. In several of her post-divorce interviews, Wendy subtly suggested that Sharina chose Kevin because he could provide the kind of upscale, luxurious lifestyle she always dreamed of. While Wendy never said it outright, her sharp comments made it clear she believed Sharina's motivations were more about comfort and status than love.
I've talked about it all on TV and radio.
Yeah.
There is so much more to the story. She was one of these, less than smart women who moved to the big city with bright lights, and she wanted to be a mom.
And for a while, it certainly seemed like Sharina's dreams were coming true from the moment Kevin Hunter set his eyes on her. To him, it appeared to be a break from what he allegedly viewed as the boring family routine he had with Wendy, nothing but work, responsibility, and pressure. But as the saying goes, it takes two to tangle, and when Wendy learned that her then-husband had allegedly started a family on the side, she made the painful decision to end the marriage. The choice to walk away was incredibly difficult for her, but over time, she began regaining her health and, most importantly, decided to finally put herself first. In one of the most shocking turns of the entire situation, Kevin seemed almost eager to build a new life with Sharina, leaving Wendy to face the emotional and public fallout of his actions on her own. Still, one thing people often acknowledge about Wendy Williams is her sharp intuition. She had long suggested, sometimes subtly, sometimes not, that she saw through Sharina's intentions. Wendy hinted repeatedly that this pancake lady, as she once jokingly referred to her, stayed with Kevin mainly because of the financial security and lifestyle he could provide.
Oh, look, see that guy right there? He's got money. See, because I knew this.
I just felt like this wasn't for me, that, I was eating a different
lifestyle he could. And here's the thing, Kevin seemed more than willing to take the bait. According to rumors and reports online, he was determined to keep this younger woman in his life by showering her with gifts that were far beyond anything she could have afforded on her own. Designer bags, upscale restaurants, luxury cars, nothing was off limits. Wendy's cheating husband, as she herself publicly called him, apparently had no shame and spared no expense trying to keep his mistress satisfied. Because, really, how else do you explain Sharina Hudson allegedly stepping out of a brand new gold Ferrari, something she reportedly couldn't afford through her own ventures? For Kevin, the affair appeared to be a breath of fresh air, a chance to present himself as a wealthy provider, a version of himself he supposedly felt he couldn't embody with Wendy around. In an effort to prove his manhood, Kevin allegedly went to extreme lengths funding Sharina's business ideas, investing in her personal projects, and even referring to her as his soulmate. And if you think the foolishness stopped there, then you probably don't know the man very well. Based on how things played out, he genuinely seemed to believe in Sharina's feelings for him, risking and ultimately discarding 25 years of marriage to Wendy as if it meant nothing. Provide.
I didn't even go back and forth with, do we stay? Maybe there's a marriage counseling or something. No.
I want for people to learn life lessons out of it.
Wendy allowed Kevin to keep seeing this woman, and despite knowing he was allegedly sleeping with her and spending Wendy's money to shower her with gifts, she never confronted him. She believed the affair would eventually burn out on its own, But her hopes collapsed in 2019 when she learned that Sharina was reportedly pregnant with Kevin's child. The betrayal hit Wendy so deeply that she filed for divorce almost immediately. She didn't hesitate, and honestly, she didn't need to. Deep down, Wendy knew the relationship between Kevin and Sharina wouldn't survive without her money holding it together. For years, that financial cushion was the glue keeping their secret life afloat. As the TV diva herself has said, she was financially independent, her career was thriving, and she no longer needed Kevin, especially not while he was allegedly building a second family behind her back. The moment that pregnancy news hit, Wendy realized it was time to walk away for good and finally choose herself.
This is a circumstance that I've created for myself.
A fair game player and a straight shooter.
Wendy was financially strong on her own, and she wanted Sharina to eventually see the real picture of Kevin's situation. That's why, according to many commentators, she didn't fight against paying him alimony, she essentially allowed him to become dependent on her money. And Wendy turned out to be right. When the checks stopped coming in, Kevin reportedly unraveled, revealing a side of himself Sharina had never seen before. For the first time, she wasn't looking at the confident hustler or producer he portrayed himself to be, but at a man who appeared to be heavily reliant on his ex-wife's financial support. This became even more public when Kevin petitioned the court, stating, "The fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely emergent to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living." Once that reality hit, it didn't take long for Sharina, according to online speculation, to pack her bags and walk away. In the end, Kevin was left with debt, financial strain, and little else. To Wendy, it simply confirmed what she had hinted for years. Sharina wasn't in it for love, stability, or a quiet life. She wanted luxury, lifestyle, and the wealth she associated with Kevin. Living a normal life with office jobs, budgets, and bills was never part of her plan.